Hi, everybody. It's Rachel Gibbs. I wasn't 100% sure what I was going to have going on this afternoon, so just to be safe, I decided to go ahead and record our next session for our Canva Tech Tuesday. So, hope everybody's doing good. Hope you had a good Thanksgiving break. And I'm going to go ahead and get us started. So, we are on AI Magic Studio Part 2. So, this is the fifth session in our series of recordings. So all of the other recordings are also linked here at bit.ly/Canva Tech Tuesday if you need to go back and watch any of the previous sessions before you watch this one. And I did want to go ahead and let you guys know too, I've had a few people asking me about how we're officially going to do attendance and credit for the Tech Tuesday sessions. Originally, I had hoped to be able to do all of these live, and that just didn't work out. So I don't have that attendance report. So what I'm going to do after we have our last session on the 17th, I am going to send out a form for you guys just to kind of click and indicate which videos you did watch, so I can award your PD credit that way. So should be pretty easy and pretty painless. I'll send that out once we get finished up with the app smashing session in a couple weeks. All right, so we are on session 5. So this one is the second part of our AI Magic Studio, which we kind of introduced a couple weeks ago. So we talked a lot about kind of more of the image editing features and video editing type things in the first session. For this one, we're going to be looking at a few of the other things Magic Studio has to offer. We're going to look at some things that you can do within your presentations. We'll look at creating instant videos. Then we'll spend some time in Magic Write. There's quite a few things you can do with that. And then I'll also share some other places you can go for more AI ideas and things that you can do with your students. I want to give a disclaimer for this one. I'll try the best I can to my knowledge to let you guys know as we go through which of these tools are accessible for both you and your students and which ones are just for teachers. A lot of the AI tools are still just accessible for teachers in Canva, which I actually think is a good thing. Some of them, I think they're still just kind of in beta and they're testing them out to make sure they're 100% safe for students. So some of these your students might be able to use. All of them guaranteed you will be able to use. A reminder too that as I'm going through, I'm going to be using this presentation that I presented at our back to school PD at the beginning of the school year, where I went through the Canva Magic Studio things because it has a lot of little try me links in there. So if you want to be able to like pause your video along the way and try out some of the things that I'm talking about, you can get to that right here. It's bit.ly/MCS Canva Magic 24. So if you want to be able to follow along, you can open that one up. Okay, so we're going to jump in with some of the presentation tools. So, and like I said, at our session, our part 1 of Canva's AI tools, there are tons and tons of things, and they're even coming out with like more things every week. So I'm definitely not covering every single thing. I'm just trying to give you some of the ones that I think probably will help you out the most, or you might be able to make the most use of, and you can just kind of explore and play around and maybe discover some others that you like too. So we're going to look at Magic Animate and Magic Morph in presentations. If you click this link, it's just going to take you into a little presentation template that you can kind of play around with. So I'm going to go into that one. So we talked about some of the cool AI tools that you can use within presentations in our last session. But I did want to show you Magic Animate is a really cool one. So when you click anywhere in a presentation, you have this animate option up here. So if you click animate, you can animate anything on your presentation. So right now I have an element selected, so it's got me in the element tab. I mean, so it's good to know that you can animate anything. And one thing that kids really like to do too is this create an animation where they can draw a custom path for the item on their page. especially if they're making like some type of a video or a GIF or something like that. That's really fun for them. Um, so that's just a good thing to know how to do. But if you go to page, you are going to get the option to animate all of your pages. Now you can go in and just custom animate them, but there is an AI tool called Magic Animate that will come up for you. So if I choose Magic Animate, what it's going to do, it's going to recommend an animation style for me, or if I don't like the one they're recommending, I can choose a different one, but it's recommending playful. So I have that selected. So right now that is going to automatically um, set that animation for my entire presentation. So every single element in my presentation is now automatically animated. So now when I present, I'm going to have all those animations already built in. So that's a pretty cool, quick and nifty thing you can do just to make your presentations look a little better. The other one I was going to show you guys is called Magic Morph. Um, I will be honest, I have not had a ton of luck with this one as far as making it look really cool, but maybe I'm just not very good at prompting it. I might need some practice in my AI prompting. But I do still want to show it to you because I think there's definitely a place for using it. So I already have this app installed, this Magic Morph app. It looks like this little green M. If you don't have it yet, you can go to your apps button on your menu and just search for it, and then it will pop up for you right there, and you can add it and then use it. So for it, you'll select an element, and what it does is it morphs your text into something else. And it looks like it will even morph different items. So like even these blocks or these people sitting here. So I haven't tried that. I've only really tried it with text because that's kind of how they advertise it. So I'm going to click on this text. Now you can describe exactly what you want, or also down here they have these examples for you. So like let's say that we want our letters to turn into party balloons. I'm going to click that one and then select Magic Morph. Kind of like with that text to image tool that we looked at last time, this one takes a second to generate. That's the only thing about some of those Canva AI tools. Okay, then it's going to give me some options of my title that look like party balloons. So there's that. You can also try, like I said, prompting it with something. I'm never very good at this. Let's say that we want to make it look like, let's see if I do cake sprinkles. What will I get with that? Okay. I don't know. Like I said, I've never had just a ton of luck with this one, but that's Magic Morph if you would like to play with it. All right, let's see. Let's keep moving. The next thing that we're going to look at, we already talked about this, but I did want to just remind you that this slide is still in here if you need to re-explore those virtual backgrounds. We talked about that back when we looked at student projects. That's a really cool way you can use Canva with your students, but because it does pull in that virtual background remover, and then applying that virtual background, that is one of the parts of the Canva AI Magic Studio. Okay, another really cool thing that you can do is create a video in seconds. This one has come in really handy for me because every now and then Dr. Nichols will say, I'd really like a video highlighting, our STEM program, or what we did during Computer Science Week. And it's really easy for me to do that with this video creator. So hopefully it's one that will help you out. If you want to click that try now, you can click it and you can try it along with me. Oh, no, that is the wrong link. So don't use that link. I'll make sure that that link is corrected before I send this out to you guys. But what you're going to want to do is just go into creating a new video. So that's what I'm going to do, but I'll make sure that link's fixed. So when you do create a design and you just choose video, so video, blank video. All right, so when it first comes up, it is going to give you in design at the very top this option to generate an instant video. So if you're in a video creator and you don't see that, make sure you clicked on design and you're under templates, and you should see that at the very top. All right, so I'm going to click into it, and all that you really have to do is you're going to have at least 3 files that you want to use for your video. So all right, I've got some from some projects I've been doing lately. I've got some pictures of some kiddos in the STEM classroom. So I'm going to pick, it looks like I can do 10 total, so no more than 10. I'm going to pick a few pictures of our STEM kiddos. Well, I figured maybe I'd have some more of them down here, but maybe not. Well, here's some good ones. Kids on computers. All right. So, and then down here I can describe the kind of video that I want. So I can put celebrating STEM education in Madison City Schools. Generate that. And it is going to instantly, what happened to my video? Sorry, I accidentally backed out of it somehow. It's going to instantly create a nice little video for you. I'm not sure if you guys can hear the music. There's also music playing in the background. You know, it even comes up with some text. The text might be completely wrong, so you want to make sure that you read it. You can edit it however you want. So I mean, in these on these slides, you can go in and change any of this to be however you want. You can change the music, you can change the animation, you can add in different pictures. So sometimes it just makes a great starting point, or it might make exactly what you're looking for. So that is the instant video option. All right, let's see what we got next. Okay, now we're going to go into Magic Write. All right, so with Magic Write, I honestly have used this one the least. So I think there's probably a lot of cool opportunities with it, and I feel like I probably only know kind of the bare minimum, but I'm going to tell you what I do know. So you have a try now here if you want to try this along with me. So Magic Write in Canva is basically Canva's equivalent of like Chat GPT. Now, is it going to be able to give you as complex and like well written pieces of information or documents or outlines or summaries or whatever as ChatGPT can? know? But it is a pretty good start, and especially if you're wanting to have it something housed in Canva and then be able to kind of take it and do other things with it, like turn it into a presentation or something like that, then it's a really good place to start. So I did the try now and it took me right into a doc, but basically I'm going to start with just showing you like if you're just using Magic Write to write like a document. So I just have a document open. So if you were just creating this from your dashboard, it would be create a doc. And then you would come here, but you can use some parts of Magic Write in other things you're creating on Canva too. So I'm going to show that in a minute too. Okay, so let's say, so when you pull Magic Write up, you can also, you pull it up also up here. If you just have a blank document open, you can click Magic Write up in your toolbar and it will open for you. Okay, so we need 5+ words. So let's say that we want a parent info letter for holiday class party and book exchange. Okay, let's see what we get with that. All right, so it's going to give you like a suggestion of what it would like to include for you. So, dear parents and guardians, blah, 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 including party activities, book exchange guidelines. Okay, so We might like this or we might not. So if you do more like this, it's going to regenerate a new one for you. If you do this but, that's kind of how you can prompt it to maybe include that but take something out. Like if you want to say, well, I don't want to talk about party activities, then you can say leave the party activities out, or something like that, or change it to something else. But you can also just insert it, and then you can play with around with this and change it however you want. So in a doc, once you have it set up, you can also click into the different sections, and you can use Magic Write again, or you can go into design and you can add like a heading or elements or different things to the document if you would like. All right, so that's that. Another thing that you can do that is really cool is when you have written a document, or really you can do this with anything that you've created in Canva. But I think from a document, it's really useful. You can use what's called Magic Switch. So if you come up here and click on Magic Switch, now in something else, let's see, just so you can get an idea. In another Canva creation, like a presentation, you're going to find Magic Switch by going to resize and then scrolling down, and you'll find Magic Switch down here. You can transform something into something else. Let's go back to our document though. So I hit Magic Switch. I'm going to click transform, and let's say that, okay, this is a great, like, long detailed list of things, and maybe I'm going to put that in an email to parents, or I'm going to send that home in folders. But maybe I also want like a cute little flyer that just has the basics. So I can tell it what I'd like it to transform this to. So I could say colorful holiday flyer. Let's transform that and see what we get. Okay, let's open it up. All right, so it gave us kind of just a little shortened version of it with a cute little heading. And if I don't like the way this looks, I can double click on it and I can search for something maybe I like a little better. Maybe I want something that looks a little more Christmassy. Okay, I can do something like that. I can change my fonts, all that good stuff. So that is your Magic Switch. I also think that Magic Switch is very helpful if you have like a presentation, like a long presentation, and you want to be able to make just like a one-pager outline or handout to hand out to like your audience if you're going to be presenting something. Maybe if you're doing a PD or something, that's another really good way that you can use Magic Switch too. All right. Also, you probably noticed that when I clicked Magic Switch, another option I have is to translate. And you get that option on anything in Canva too. So let's say I want to be able to translate this for my students who do not speak English as their first language, or if I know that they're parents, it would be helpful for them to be able to see this in a different language. And they do have the one that most of us probably need. So I can choose that, and I can even choose, this kind of cracks me up, I can even choose the tone of my voice if I want to be really professional, or for this one I probably want to sound pretty friendly. So I'm going to translate that. And now I have a version of that invite that I can send home to those parents. So that is a pretty cool thing that you can do with Canva. I said too, there's lots that you can do also with Magic Write, even if you're in like a presentation or something besides just a document. So let's see, like notice in this one, I can click on a text box and that little pencil, the Magic Write pencil, comes up. There's all kinds of different little things that Magic Write will offer to you. Like if I want to continue writing or shorten, if I want to make what I said more fun, it can give me some suggestions for that. and then you can replace with their suggestion. I can sprinkle fairy dust, make it look a little bit more magical, or make that wording a little bit more magical. Um, I can change the voice. Now you have the option to like add in your voice too. Like if you want to, the way you do that, when you click add a new voice, you can pull things that you've written. So like if there is like a passage that you've written, or if you want to pull like emails that you sent to parents to kind of get a feel of how you would normally talk, you can build that into Canva so that it will change things to sound a little more like you. It can even fix spelling or give you a custom prompt. Um, and like I said, there are probably lots of other things with Magic Write that I just do not know about yet because I haven't played enough with it. But that's kind of the basics to get you started. Lots of cool things there. I also linked in here for you some ideas for how you and your students might utilize the AI features in Canva. I think I've linked the Merrill's EDU for you before, that website. They always have really good ideas for Canva and all other kinds of tech platforms. But they've got lots of good little helpful tutorials or activity ideas on their website with AI and Canva, and even a little helpful video. And then also, this is from a session that I attended at FETC last year, which was actually with the Canva team, and they shared 6 great little easy projects that students can do utilizing Canva AI tools. So when you click into one of these, it kind of starts to just give you a quick little rundown of how they can use um, the tool to do that. All right, guys, that is it for AI Magic Studio Part 2. I will get this video up on the slides and time stamped for you. And I hope that these have been helpful. I will see you guys on the 17th for our last session, which will be app smashing, which means that we'll be looking at ways that you can combine Canva with some really other cool apps, especially like our other core apps and programs here in Madison City. So, all right, thank you guys. Y'all have a good afternoon.